A white officer tries to snatch the camcorder from a black mother and son. The mother accidentally hits the rewind button. The surrounding scene immediately starts to reverse, with the officer returning to his patrol car and disappearing. Sophia thinks she's hallucinating from lack of rest. As she steps out of her car for some air, the officer approaches again. This time, he harasses them about illegal parking. Zach angrily confronts him, but the officer skillfully draws his gun. Sophia quickly hits rewind again. As the scene rewinds, she finds themselves back in the restaurant where they just ate. Sophia notices the officer gorging himself at a nearby table. It's clear they've been targeted for a long time. To avoid trouble, Sophia takes her son to a nearby motel. Soon, there's a knock at the door. It's the same officer, demanding to check Zach's ID. Zach refuses, citing lack of probable cause. The officer pins him against the wall and draws his weapon. Seeing tragedy about to unfold, Sophia hits rewind once more. Back at the restaurant, Sophia decides to engage the officer directly. She even treats him to apple pie to make a good impression. They chat pleasantly until the officer sees Sophia's car. Assuming a black person couldn't afford such a nice vehicle, he starts interrogating Sophia. Hearing his mother vilified, Zach pulls out his phone to show proof, but the officer mistakes this for an attack. This time, Zach doesn't escape his fate. It happens too quickly for Sophia to react. After retrieving the camcorder from the coroner, Sophia closes her eyes, prays silently, and hits rewind. When she opens her eyes, they're back in the restaurant, with Zach alive in front of her. Tearfully relieved, she hurries her son out of the diner, only to run into the officer outside. Sophia quickly heads to her car without a word, giving the officer no chance to cause trouble. Though temporarily safe, Sophia remains uneasy. She and her brother decide to take Zach back to school, where the officer shouldn't cause problems. They stick to quiet alleys and even pass through a dark sewer. Sophia finally breathes easy at the school gates, but a sudden police siren plunges her back into despair. They seem trapped in an inescapable cycle. Sophia realizes that no matter how many times she rewinds, she can't change the outcome. This time, instead of hitting rewind, she presses record. As a crowd gathers, the officer faced with the camera doesn't dare act out of line. He eventually leaves, knowing justice isn't on his side. Going back to the past is just futile avoidance. Only facing reality can break through the impasse. This plot is from the series The Twilight Zone.